Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an AMX 13 F3AM. It's the Tier 6 French SPG, and we're located on the west spawn of Studzianki, and it's being commanded by JohnnieP. Battle underway. Based on the AMX 13 chassis, the light tank chassis, the AMX 13 F3 carries a 155mm gun. They made 600 of these Arties, and they exported them to Argentina, Chile, Ecuador and Morocco, amongst other countries. Now it's actually, there's only room for 2 people in the vehicle, the driver and the commander, so everyone else has to go on a support vehicle, and the support vehicle also carries all the shells because you can carry only a few rounds on the actual vehicle. And JohnnieP's found a firing position to shoot from. He's gone down to the far bottom of the map, the southwest of the map, and he's looking at some enemies right up near the middle, but unfortunately they've gone around the corner. I think he can hit that Oni. He's rounds out. Oh, that was close. It was close. It actually went sailing past the Oni, but it did stun him. He's gone to overhead view to have a look and see exactly what they're doing. Lost sight of them temporarily. He's got a reload of 26.9 seconds. He's not using premium consumables. Now the AMX 13 F3 is one of the longer reloading Arties at this tier. Slightly longer than the Hummel, and definitely much longer than the M44 or the FB304. So it can be a bit difficult to play, but one of the good things is it's very accurate normally. I say normally because at this moment he just missed that Churchill 7, and he's having difficulty pinning down the target that he wants to go for. He's got some reticule bloom there because he is firing right at the very edge of his field of fire. Going for the AMX 13, rounds out, and yes, that was a splash. 240, that's a good useful shot. Now it's got penetration on the 155mm gun of only 39mm, but it can do 700 damage if it does penetrate a lightly skimmed vehicle. So that means that obviously a heavily armoured vehicle, it's not going to do quite so much damage. And he's got an enemy there, Chi Nu, just cresting that dip. I think it's a riverbank actually. I think it is a riverbank. Oh, he's got a couple of enemies. A T-3485 as well. I think the T-3485 needs it first. And he fires around and he kills the Chi Nu by mistake. But that's okay. Got rid of one of the mediums. And he's still got to deal with that T-3485 though. He's actually engaging the OI. And he's been joined by a Chaffee. Just coming up the rise now. I would say that's a river, yes. So it's a river bank. Whoa! Chaffee goes out. The OI managed to deserve him. And he fires around and the T-3485 gets 105 hit. But we can also see a Cromwell just behind those buildings next to the church. So, yeah, it's going to be a problem. That Cromwell's got a fast-firing gun. Well, T-3485 is a fast-firing vehicle as well. But that one is now dead. So that problem's gone. But we've still got the Cromwell to deal with. With 6 tanks up on the enemy, so this bunch isn't that good. But the Cromwell's managed to get behind the OI, and he's done a quick circuit. Fired a few rounds in, but now he's in defilade. Now he goes into the riverbank, but he's coming up the other side. We fire a round in, and we tracked him. 204 hit points, and the OI derps him, so we pick up the stun assistance. Okay, we've got a KV-1 up near the centre. He's a bit out in the open there actually. Now the T-34 makes a better target because it's a lighter skinned vehicle. That means obviously he's going to get more damage off the T-34 than he will possibly off the KV-1. Even though the KV-1 might have more health, he fires around in, unfortunately lands on the gravel the other side. And that sort of cushions the effect on the T-34 so he doesn't get any stun. And that P-43 again keeps going into cover. But we are reloading, so we should be able to get a shot in there very shortly. And if they stay close together like that, he should be able to do damage to both of them. Almost ready to go. Aiming for the T-34 first. Round out. Oh, it went long, but it still damaged the T-34 for 77 hit points. Of course, that saved the P-43 Biz. It's going to be difficult to get rid of the Oni. I think Johnny is going to have to move forward if he wants to attack that Oni, because he is in shelter of that building. Going for the T-34. Rounds out. And a good hit. 74 hit points off him and 96 off the Oni. Stunned both of them. And it looks like the other Arty on our team, the Bishop, is also firing rounds in there. And the T-34's gone down. So it's now just a question of actually hitting that P-43 Biz. But the problem is that we've got tanks that are nearby, and now there's a possibility our shells might damage them. So we need to be very careful about where we fire. We fire around in, and oh yes! 269, very good. That was a direct hit. Now, looking towards the south, we've got a Challenger. Disappeared from sight. He was around about there in the last scene. Everyone's moving in on them. There's only two enemies left, an M41 HMC and a Challenger. Okay, we're loaded, so we can go the moment they spot him. And I think he's below the ridgeline. There he is. Challenger grabs out. Can we get a hit? Well, splash. 107. And the Challenger's now starting to receive rounds from every direction. Yet he's gone. M41 should be in the bushes at the back. I would think near the cap, but round the back of the cap, in the bushes. Well, they seem to think he's in the south. Might be amongst the trees. There he is. Okay, it's been seen, but we've got to dial in our aim. It's going to take about 5 seconds. No, he's fired anyway. But he did get splash. 177, and the M41's taken out immediately afterwards, so that worked. Even though he still had 5 seconds to dial in the aim, sometimes you just have to take that shot, otherwise you're not going to get any damage. And it's an ace tanker for JohnnieP in the AMX 13F3 AM. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 13, and a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else. At least 6 tanks taken down by the others. And so that really worked. And a win 8 of 2676. So let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the Oni on the enemy team. He managed 2,718 hit points of damage overall. And the OI on our team managed 1,545. We managed 1,471, which put us basically in 3rd place when it comes to damage. When it comes to kills, though, it was the OI and the Challenger who both managed to get the highest number. They managed to get 3 kills apiece on different teams. And then we came in afterwards with 2 kills. The Sherman, the Type T-34 and the P-43 Biz all managed to do kills as well. When it came to base XP, it was JohnnieP who managed to get the highest amount with 1,194. Then we had the OI with 959 and the M4A3 EZ8 with 629. So let's have a look at detail report. He fired 12 rounds during that battle. Obviously, the long reload does sort of like count against you, because if a battle is a standard battle length of, say, 7 to 8 minutes, you're not going to be able to get off more than, say, well, 7 or 8 minutes, 14 rounds maximum. So 12 shots fired is pretty good. I mean, there was some gaps during that time when he couldn't see any enemy tanks at all. He got 1 direct hit and 1 penetration and 10 splash during the battle. Damage of 1,471 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 9 of the enemy and only killed 2, so there was a 7 difference, and that's why he qualified for the Confederate. And he did damage assistance of 371 hit points and stun assistance of 1,494 off 9 stuns. And that's what actually helped him to get the Ace Tanker, because he did some assistance which enabled others to get the kills. So obviously he picked up half the XP for every kill that they made. So credit wise, 53,418 credits, not bad for tier 6. And after ammunition resupply, he didn't suffer any damage whatsoever. And remember, the ammo is, well, it's only 1,000 credits a round, so it's relatively cheap. So it means he took away 41,418 credits for 1 battle, and that's pretty good for tier 6. He also received 1 bond for the high caliber, 1791 base XP on premium, 1.5 times premium, and he got 2 times for the first victory of the day, so he took away 3,582 experience points altogether. So yeah, that was a good game, and it does sort of explain to us where some of the firing positions in Studzianki is. It's a new map, and I think people are still feeling it out as to find the best positions. No specific positions have been found which are much better than others so far, but I have seen a variety of positions, and maybe we'll put together a map showing where you can actually go on this game and on this map, and get some good shots at the enemy. But well done to JohnnieP. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.